What kind of imprints would you have left on the world once you're gone? Have you ever wondered how people will remember you? What comes into mind when your name is brought up? If you were to ask your friends right now to define you as a person, what would they say? Or what would you want them to say? Would you have made some kind of difference in their lives? Did you play some kind of key role? I like to think that I've made some kind of impression, but it's difficult to define someone within only a few seconds. But it's in those few seconds you can truly see how the world sees you.
Emily is the kind of person who will be there for you no matter what. If I'm ever going through a tough situation, I know that I can count on her to listen and to help me through it. She has such a fun and outgoing personality, and her passions, whether it be for photography or art, truly shine through in everything she does. She makes me feel so comfortable and so loved, and I'm so grateful to have a friend like her that makes sure that everyone she meets knows how much they are cared for.
Emily is an artistic person. She's always drawing something, painting something, taking pictures of something. She always has new ideas. She's super creative, and you can always count on her to add something new to whatever's going on.
Being around Emily is actually pretty comforting. It's always a tension-free environment, and I always enjoy spending my time with her. I've known Emily for some odd years now, and while we always haven't seen eye to eye with each other, she can always find a reason to make me smile.
Emily is the type of person who will always be there for you. She is super outgoing and adventurous, and she just loves to do everything with everyone, and she's just an amazing person. I'm glad to have her as a friend, and I will miss her.
Emily, I met you in freshman year in Spanish class. Since then we've become very close, our friendship lasting through all of high school. You always seem involved in some artistic pursuit, be it music, photography, or painting. But the most important thing is that you've always been there as a friend, willing to talk out any of my problems. Whenever you know I'm struggling with something in my life, you always have good advice to offer, whether I want it or not. And for that, I'll always be thankful.
Looking back, I've made plenty of mistakes, and I'll make plenty more. You can count on that. But it's so comforting to know that your friends will never judge you for those mistakes. Instead, they'll forget about all those negatives and remember you for all the positives. The friendships I've made don't just mean something to me, it means something to them too. I'm not perfect, and you should never expect me to be. In fact, don't expect anyone to be perfect because you'll be very disappointed. My friends are some of the most important people in my life. They've always been there for me, and that's why I'll always be there for them. I asked you in the beginning of the video what your friends would say if they were confronted with the question of how to define you. That same question was asked to my friends, and I couldn't ask for better responses. Granted, it's hard to be asked to define a person on the spot, but I think that's when you get the best raw answer. The impression I've made on these people wasn't something created overnight. It took time and effort, but I don't regret any of the friendships I've made. I'm glad I have the friends that I do, and the best part about it is that it's a two-way street.